we're going to do a quick color comparison of two Belle Tress colors, one from the Luxe collection called Shaken Oatmeal R, and we're going to compare that to British Milk Tea from the Cafe collection coming up. Remember, you can find all of the featured wig styles at Wig Studio One. If you drop below the video and expand the description box, I'll attach a direct product link to each one of the featured styles. If you click on the link, it'll take you out to the site where you can see all of the colors and pricing and order directly from there. If you have any questions, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. Color comparisons are just so important. We need this critical perspective when we shop for wigs, especially when you get to know your own preferences and tastes. You know if you migrate towards cool or warm, or you know what the colors are going to be. And so it's nice to know that you have sister colors in another line or brand. And it's nice also to know that even though they look the same on a digital swatch, doesn't mean that they are the same. That's the case with these two. So let's talk about the Shaken Oatmeal R for just a moment. The Shaken Oatmeal R is an 8, a 25, a 613 with an 8 root. So you're going to see a light golden brown base shade, and that's going to be highlighted with a light gold blonde and then a very pale neutral blonde. And all of that is going to be on a medium brown root. Now overall, this color is very neutral. It has some cooler tones to it, but if I had to say if it was warm or if it was cool, I'd probably say it was warm, just because some of those warm pieces do really stand out. So if you are an ash blonde person, I think you're gonna like this only if you can stand just a touch of warmth. Now that is in contrast to the British Milk Tea. Although these are similar, there's definitely some very distinct differences here. So your British Milk Tea is going to be a 10, a 60, a 103, and an 8. So let's break that down. You're going to see about 8 different colors of browns and blondes in this color. It's fantastic the way it's done. So you've got some medium and some light brown in there as your base. And to me, that looks just very neutral. The browns in this are very, very neutral. And then you're going to see some toned white and some platinums in here, and that's really going to cool this off. It's going to give it a frosty appearance, almost as if it were gray. In fact, this would be a great color if you were transitioning from blonde or light brown to gray. We see a lot of that on ladies that are transitioning. They're not quite all gray yet. And this does have some natural warmth to it, but this overall is going to be cooler next to the Shaken Oatmeal R. And the rooting is going to be the same. Another distinct difference, and perhaps the most obvious one, is that the white within the British Milk Tea is actually toned. There's a bit of a lavender toner that's been applied to the white that really tones it down, makes it very cool, and in certain light you might even get a little hint of lilac or lavender in this color. It's not purple, and I don't see purple, but in certain light you can get that kind of a toned cast to it, like it's freshly been toned all over. That softens the color and it cools it down. So let's do a side-by-side of these two. That way you can really pinpoint the differences between the two, or they may be similar enough that that will satisfy you.